Hey guys, it's Cooking with Nathan, and this is
Ken Fields.
Ken Fields, and today we are doing a bell pepper pasta thing. If you know the Italian word for it, please scream it out, or say it in the comments, or yell at me, whatever the fuck you want to do.
Or just make it up. We'll believe you.
Make it up.
We don't know any better.
We'll call this the bel pepper est jajou. That sounds Italian, right? Do you ever work in Italian restaurants?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know any bell pepper?
No.
Yeah? Huh?
No.
What did you do in the restaurant?
I used to be a bartender in fine dining.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking A, man.
Yeah, I used to sling drinks.
Oh.
It's a good skill to have.
It is. There's also, I remember the first restaurant I worked at, the chef hated the bartender.
Yeah, there's a big like front of house, back of house
Yep.
battle. Because like one, you're customer facing, you get to interact with people. And the other, you're like in this dark, like hot cave of everyone yelling at each other and like accidentally burning each other with pans and what. There's huge rivalry. You try to be friendly, but like, you know.
Never. And also you make more money than we do, and we just like this skill that we just stressed on, worked on every day, and just trying to be the best at it. And then it's like the guy with the charisma out front making fucking dirty martinis or just giving vodka and fucking cranberries to everyone.
And you get to have fun and talk with people, and being a chef is a pyramid scheme, man.
Yeah.
If you're at the top, you're great. If you're not,
no,
like,
because if you're at the top, then everyone's bitching at the bottom at you.
Fair,
So there's
fair.
no win. It's like, oh, I work 1,000 hours, or I work 999 hours, and I get to see a girlfriend or something. But it's just like there's no good place for it. It just sucks all around.
Dude, that's the thing about like restaurant or bar work in general. Like you keeping weird hours, like you work super long hours, so like everyone ends up dating each other, and everyone's fucking the server or the bartender
or that one hot girl that's a server that everybody wants to fuck,
or the pastry chef or the
I actually have seen some really cute pastry chefs, but then you start dating them and it's like, oh, where's the time? You are gone at fucking 3 in the morning. I don't see you ever.
Yeah,
especially if you're a bartender dating a pastry chef.
because they're bakers and you're late night like club hours.
Yeah. It's like, how are you supposed to make that work?
No.
Terrible business.
You don't. Yeah, you don't. It's
terrible.
It's a lot of, everyone's fucking and dating, but it's a lot of failed relationships.
You can't imagine that working at all.
No.
Well, anyway, since we're off that subject, so how are you at cooking?
Good. Yeah, especially like during the pandemic, my girlfriend and I ended up cooking a lot more than we used to. So I already had like knife skills and picked up tips from working in restaurants, but definitely leveled up during the pandemic.
Fucking sweet. So I found this recipe for someone else who didn't show up today.
I'm a replacement.
But I actually wanted to have you on anyway because we met at X3, XBiz award shows. We met the X3 fucking
convention.
Yeah. He came up and you were getting like signed, or what was happening with that?
Yeah. So we were there to like
Wait, actually, right before that.
Yeah.
Let's cut this onion up. I'm guessing, chop this end. We're gonna slice it down the middle and then chop it into thin slices. So we can actually start doing it, because we got to start prepping to actually get through this, because we actually have another shoot at 4:30. So
got it.
Yeah, you guys gonna be on here live all day. But so if you don't mind chop this onion.
You want to chop end off, cut it in half, and then slice.
Yeah, so it'd be chop the 2 tail ends off, slice down the middle,
in half, and then got it.
But yeah, so how'd you get into this, or because I was very curious about that, because by the time you guys start talking to me, I've already had a couple drinks.
Sure. So my girlfriend and I, Barbie Fields, we're non-monogamous and have been for our entire almost 5-year relationship. And so, we just figured if we are already fucking for free, we might as well make a bunch of money off of it. Yeah. And we have 2 phases to our business. One, there's the porn side, which is for fun. And then we're also getting certified as sex educators. How do you want me to do this? Oh, that way. Got it. All right. Done. So we have a whole business as sex educators and coaches to help people have better love lives. So some of it is entertainment. Some of it's like educational and like, for people's betterment. And we just got signed by OC, same agency, right? Who are lovely. And we've been doing this for 3 weeks now. and it couldn't be going any better.
Wait, was it 3 weeks ago when you were at X3?
Dude, time has flown so much. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been incredible, and like everyone in the industry is so lovely and like friendly and warm and welcoming, and like has given us tons of great advice. And yeah, like it's been great, like meeting all the co-stars and directors and everything, and just super excited to be in it. And
good, man.
It is as much fun as it looks. It is a lot harder work than it looks, but definitely worth it.
All right, I'm glad you're having a very positive experience. Oh no!
Uh-oh, man down.
Fuck it. Puddles, come get it. You're so shitty at this job.
Got you.
Thanks, sir. I very much enjoy having people come on when they're new and then bring them back on a year or two later. Not for any more reasons, like, I hope you can still have that same positive energy.
I was gonna say, we'll see how jaded I am in 1 year's time.
It gets to a point where it's just like...
It's like, oh, I'm taking my pants off again.
Yeah, and I was like, the last couple of days I was having points where I'm just like... I'm hating the director. I'm hating everything about this, like everything I'm working with, and everything is just stupid. I'm there till like 3 in the morning. I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm done, and I'm like, just get another fucking boner. You only got so much time, bro. You gotta get this done. Get the fucking shit out.
Just sit there yelling at your own dick, like, come on, we gotta go. It's getting late.
I mean, you haven't maybe had one of these points yet. And I think it might help that you're a little bit older, right? When I started, I was 26. I've seen guys that are 18, and it's like you get that point where you're on set, you're just like, fuck! It's maybe you do know, maybe you don't. It's good to know when to say, it's not gonna happen, guys. I'm out. See you later. People respect you more for that most of the time.
Yeah, if you're wasting less time, and then like keep trying.
If you can figure that out before you fuck the girl's makeup up, solid. But I remember being on set, just no. Fucking stupid dick, and then it works fine when you get home. So
yeah.
With this, what we're gonna do that, chop all this out.
Nice knife skills.
Better be at this point. Then we're gonna cut end off, and then you can pretty much just cut into little lines, and we're gonna cut into little chunks because we're trying to make everything be around the same kind of thickness because it all cooks evenly that way.
Got it.
But yeah. Well, dude, I'm stoked for you, man, because especially you're coming in and doing it with someone like your lady, who you guys seem very, very confident and everything. That's gonna be awesome. How's her shoots been going?
Great.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. She just got feedback for the first time. That's the other thing, like we weren't expecting. Like, you don't really hear back about your performance for the most part. It's just like you either get called back and get more work, or you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's been getting a lot of work, and it's been going really well. And she got some great feedback from her shoot yesterday. And yeah, I mean, you know, we had a couple people who were like, oh, you know, are you sure you want to do this with your relationship and everything? And we're like, we've been doing it. Yeah. Like, we've been non-monogamous the entire time. So, like, it's not any different than it's going to be. But we were still curious, like, how doing it professionally would change things. And honestly, like, if anything, it's made it easier than, like, fucking just for fun.
It gives you something to bitch about together.
That too, yeah.
Well, one of the things I realized, because I came in here, I wasn't dating one in the industry, but like when you have someone you work with, it's at least you can come home and they understand somewhat at some points the same vibe you got to go through. Where it's, I got to go and this girl was being a fucking bitch, or this was happening, or better yet, I couldn't get the person on set with me to actually be there with me, you know, be present. And it's like I've had people who just like it feels like I'm fucking a goddamn stone, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's like you have people that make you feel like
starfishing out there.
Yeah, starfishing.
Like, yeah.
And then you have people that you feel like really want to be there, you know?
Yeah.
And those are the days you live for. So it's those are the days that make it a lot better, but also that's not every day. But having someone there to talk to about that and actually understand, that's really nice, you know?
Yeah.
So with this,
do you want to do like 1-inch chunks?
I think we'll go like this.
Oh, real fine. Those knife skills, dude.
Yeah, so one thing that I always like to mention to people on the show, which I've tried my best, is when you're grabbing, put your knuckles here, and you can push through the thumb, because this way you're not going to cut your fingers. Now, if you feel unsafe with that, I do have Kevlar gloves down there, because
Kevlar.
Oh, dude, if I do this every week, someone's going to cut their fucking finger off. Okay? I'm watching people with these knives, and this isn't even my sharpest one, because I don't know what to do. I'm just scared to watch these people, and And I'm just doing like this. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And then their next hand job is going to be super awkward.
Yeah.
Like they're missing a digit.
Last thing I need is for people to be like, Nathan Bronson made me cut my finger off. Like, shut the fuck up. I did not. You did it.
Yeah. I invited you on the show.
Yeah.
You chose to be unsafe with a knife.
Silly Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll cut through it like that. So some of the questions we usually ask in this thing are stuff like, what like new kinks have you found from this job? What's your favorite scene? What's this? But because you're so new, it's kind of hard to ask those kind of things. But here's a better question. What got you into the lifestyle of swinging? And you understand we were just talking about this as being an older thing, like an older mindset to do. Now it seems like the newer kind of thing is just being poly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So what got you into doing swinging?
Well, we consider ourselves non-monogamous, not poly, because technically poly is like multi-loves, and like you know, we have friends that we're like very close to and care about, and that's like the best situation is like genuine friends with benefits, like you're actual friends and you do real shit together, but you also fuck.
Yeah. It's a great feeling, right?
Yeah, and it's like other people that are in the lifestyle and understand the dynamic and, you know, aren't trying to like steal your girlfriend or whatever the shit else. But like I kind of always knew I was this way. Like I had a bunch of girlfriends when I was in kindergarten. I never thought that girls were icky or had cooties or any shit like that. And then somewhere, but you know, that wasn't like accepted at all. Societally up to this point, and so it was only like when I was in my 30s I had a conversation with my mom, and I was like single after a long relationship, and she was just asking me about my dating life, and I was like, I kind of not sure that monogamy is right for me. And she was like, well, what does that make you, like a polygamist? Because like polyamory wasn't even like you know a word at the time, or at least not like known, and so yeah, so it took a while until I found someone who would be cool with it, but like I got to give credit to Barbie, because it was actually like right when we became a couple, my girlfriend was like, yeah, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of too bad that we're exclusive now, because I've kind of always wanted to try being with girls and have threesomes. And I was like, okay, well, first of all, I would love to do those things with you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
Worst offer I've ever gotten in my life.
Babe, you know what? You can just go to hell. God damn it.
Yeah, right? Like, I feel spoiled. But I was also like, you know, I heard the way she said it, and I was like, I kind of heard those as two distinct things. Yeah. Like, you want to try being with girls, and you want to try threesomes. So, like, if you think you might be bi, you kind of owe it to yourself to do that. Yeah. And, but even so, like, I'm saying this, and something in my head is screaming at me, like, dude, what are you doing? You're telling her to fuck other people. And I was like, shut up. This is going to be good for us. Like, I had that exact argument in my own head. And, you know, so we like started slow. I made sure she was with a girl first to see if she liked it. She fucking loved it. And then we tried, you know, a threesome, and then we tried being with a couple, and then we tried going to parties, and like, you know, we figured out what worked for us, and it's been great. Like, it's been amazing for our relationship. Like,
so that was Barbie?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And like,
oh, by the way, she seems lovely.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, you know, obviously, like, I've told her about our conversations, and she had a great time meeting you. Oh. And, like... I'm
always worried sometimes when I start talking to people and I start telling about the business and have what my opinion is on it, I'm just fucking just like, oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
No, she was like, dude, that was so cool that he was so honest. And, like, you preface it by saying, like, yo, I'm going to give you the worst case scenario.
Yeah,
so, like,
I guess that's true.
I'm not trying to scare you off, but just so you know what to expect. Yeah. And, like, we were both like, damn, like, that was so nice of him to just, like, you were just like, yo, listen, I'm not talking to anyone else right now. I'm going to give you 20 minutes, and I'm just going to walk you through the whole thing. And we both walked away, and we're like, God damn, that guy's awesome.
Oh, dude, because I've met so many people come in this job, and they have this, like, you know, Disney-esque idea of, oh, I get to do this, and I get to be this. And I'm like, no. And I tell them this, and then, you know, 6 months down the line, this person's crying on the phone with me and telling me about, like, you were right about this and that. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't fucking lying, you dipshit.
I was like, trying to, like, prepare you.
I get nothing from you if this goes good or bad. It was just trying to save you the heartache that I wasn't able to, you know, get because no one talked to me.
Yeah, and, like, we found that that's the case with, like, almost the entire industry. And when I say almost, I mean, like, you know, worst case scenario, people have just been very, like, polite and businesslike. And that's still only, like, literally a handful out of the hundreds of people that we've met. And everyone else is, like, so friendly and generous with their time and like happy to give advice and yeah, it's like some of the nicest, friendliest, warmest people we've ever met.
Yeah, and there's people that are not. And it's just like you just try to find through the bullshit and also figure out. One of the things I tell people is you can make friends in here, but don't expect.
You don't expect to be friends with everybody.
Because you meet the girls come in like, I'm gonna have best friends, and then those best friends they move in with and they fuck everything up because this happens. And one of like people who hang out with me, it's like I love people I'm around, but I'm also working all the time, so I don't get to be there for my friends as much as I wish I could be. And some people take offense to that, or people in this job are just bad at getting back to you. So it seems like, oh, they don't like me. They were just my friend this time or this time, and
but people are busy and whatever else. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you know, we're treating it like a job and we're professional, and like if we vibe outside of the workplace, which is a porn set, then like. All good, but
so this one you're gonna go chop, try to make it as thin as possible, and when it gets to a point you can't get your fingers there, flip to the side and just go. And what you can do is just kind of like rest on the end of your finger and just kind of keep pushing it.
Got it.
That way. These are big fucking garlic cloves.
Yeah, love it.
God damn.
Are you cutting it the long ways? Or are you just slicing it like that?
I'm still like that.
Yeah.
But this is the time where you really want to push it with your fingers so you don't. Now here's a cooking question for you. Do you want a like chicken with this, or do you want it just by itself?
I'm veggie, so I'll take it by myself.
Okay,
by itself.
By itself? Do you care about cheese?
I love cheese.
Fantastic, cool.
Love cheese. It's the reason I can't go vegan. Cheese, eggs, butter, especially cheese and butter, dude.
I understand. I got a vegan over here, and you. Now I do want to tell you a statistic right now. This isn't saying you should do anything, but I'm going to say 98% of the vegans that come on here now eat meat. And that's an actual statistic from Lucky Faye to Robbie Echo, Lola Faye. She eats meat now. Yeah.
I got to tell you.
She says it was for like a bunch of whatever reasons, but I just because I told her this, and she's like, it's because of this. I'm like, hey, I'm just saying statistically. That's all.
Not trying to ask for credit.
Hardcore. We'll cut it out, whatever.
Yeah, people got called out. No, we're both veggies for the most part, but like cheat maybe like 4 times a year on average, because like you got to live. And at a certain point, like either if we're traveling and it's like a when in Rome type of situation, or there's just something super delicious and you're just like, you know what, like I got to live my life.
Yeah.
You know, same thing as not going vegan. Like you have to actually enjoy life. It's not just. And you have to enjoy food. It's not just fuel. You know what I mean?
Now, do you have any particular reason why you went vegan or vegetarian, or just kind of?
Health, partially. Okay. Health, environmental reasons, whatever. But it's like, I also have friends who were vegetarian and like almost vegan for like a dozen years.
Yeah.
And they eat meat now because they were like, we're not going to change the farming industry or like, factory farming and the way the meat is processed or any of that. They were just like, fuck it, we gotta live.
Yeah, it's especially when you're living in a. If you go outside of LA or any big city areas, I'm sure it's got to be hard to find just like a restaurant that does like real vegan or real vegetarian.
Yeah.
If you go to Ohio.
No, they have nothing vegan. Maybe vegetarian. I mean, obviously, like we're cooking pasta. That's super easy to do.
Yeah, but like if you want to
Italian
like do
food,
more
Asian
healthy.
food, but yeah, like vegan, you can't find anything.
You know what I find does really good vegan food? Indian.
Oh wow!
Indian, because that's what they cook most of the time.
As long as they don't have the paneer or whatever.
Well, because like most things cook with coconut oil. And like vegetables, so they do really good Indian food.
And spices and everything cooked down. Smart.
Right?
Yeah. Also very healthy.
He's also looking at me like I'm a fucking liar.
Well, that also means you have to leave out ghee, which is one of the best things about Indian food. But still.
Hey, I'm sure that some don't use ghee.
That's true. No, I mean, it's easy to do vegan.
Yeah. It's just a little nicer.
But again, butter.
Yeah.
Honestly, butter's my favorite food.
Dude, I agree. It's very nice.
If you want something to taste good, add butter. If you want it to taste better, add more butter.
You stole my coffee. I can make you one. I can make you one, buddy.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah. Well, I got this lovely scotch.
Oh, cool.
Most of the reason I got it because it looked like my dog.
Yeah.
Hey, Scallywag, sponsor me. Now, having said that, this tastes like a British Christmas. Not my, it's good, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to saute all this. see, a little olive oil. Where's my can? There we go. Here you go,
It's like cooking with Nathan wind chimes.
Yeah, it's nice. Dude, I'm so stoked when I got this whole thing. It's like, honestly, if I could make this into a real kitchen with a flat top and a real oven, and like, I would, but unfortunately, yeah,
Coat the pan?
Yeah, get a good amount in there. That's good, yeah. And then we're basically we're gonna do onions first. Just toss them back there. Onions first, then the bell peppers, and then last we'll throw the Calabrian.
Okay, so that's where my Italian restaurant experience kicks in.
Yeah,
that's about it. Yeah.
I've never
Can't actually speak Italian.
Yeah, well, I've never had Calabrian chilies.
They're really good. Actually, really hot, but like very flavorful.
Oh yeah, you can.
We used to have a cocktail that threw that in there.
I was actually surprised because I remember when you talk about it, it's like it's spicy but not too spicy. But I've never had these chilies. I didn't think they got made things that spicy in Italy.
Yeah, so. Arrabbiata is a traditional like spicy Italian. Although that's tomato sauce. So, but yeah, I think it means angry sauce.
Interesting. You want to throw the onions in there?
Sure.
It means angry sauce. And so let me get you a spatula. Have you ever caramelized onions?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I often fuck it up.
So here's what you want to do.
Either over or under.
A good way of thinking about it is you're trying to coat the oil all over them. So just try to like stir them around till you see them all glistening. And basically, if you don't do this often, you want to go low and slow. We're not trying to caramelize them much. We're just trying to make them a little bit translucent. So we can cook that for a little bit. Once they start getting a little bit softer, more malleable, then we'll throw the bell peppers in, lay that for another like 2-3 minutes, let that get malleable, and then we throw the garlic, red pepper flakes, and the Calabrian chili. But I think when it comes to cooking, this is one of the things I think everyone should learn how to do first is caramelize onions. I think it's such an important thing because you learn about thickness and the cut, how it fucks, like how that's going to cook compared to that one, and how this. And then also how a lot of these vegetables have sugars in it, and you're pulling the sugar out and then putting it right back in, It's science, guys. Ooh.
I gotta say, once you pulled out the chilies, I got excited. I love spicy.
See, that's the also thing. It's like half the people on here, like come on the show, you gotta think of just cooking for basic ass bitches. So you end up getting food that's not as exciting. A lot of realization that a lot of people in America, when they don't know what to eat, Italian. Yeah. But they don't really know Italian food.
Actual Italian. Yeah. So it's like the Americanized version. Yeah, versus...
it's the bastardized version, which again I love. Yeah. I love American pizza.
And it can be great.
Yeah. Yeah. I eat that shit. I don't want to eat that often, but I fucking love it. It tastes great. And I love hybridized food, like when it comes to like what is it, Mexican Korean or fucking any kind of a fusion. It's amazing. Back on the question about you, since we're interviewing you and not talking about food the whole time. Were you LA-based people, or you come from somewhere else?
We were New York-based. Like neither of us are from there. She's British, hence the amazing accent. Yeah.
Oh shit, my lady's British.
Yeah.
She's Welsh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. She grew up outside London, and I'm from Chicago originally, but I've been living in New York for 19 years. So. Yeah, like this was actually our reason for moving to LA and being here full time. So I mean, we both spent a ton of time here, so it's not like a huge culture shock. We knew what we were getting into and what to expect. Yeah. But honestly, like it's been so much nicer actually living here than visiting, and we're liking it a lot more than we expected to.
Okay. You want to see a little fun trick to work on?
Sure.
So if you, because you keep doing it like that and keep stirring around.
And just flip it.
And it basically is trying to get it all towards the end and then flip it up like this. But this kind of just makes it so you don't have to stir the whole time, and it kind of can coat it a little bit faster.
Got it.
Yeah, try to get all the way down there. Yeah, there it is. I like showing people that because it also makes you look cool. Like when your people are over, be like, oh, what's up?
Well, it's like bottle flipping and bartending or any kind of, flair that you have to your pour or shake or whatever.
And then you throw a little like 40 proof alcohol and then light on fire. Just
I used to blow fireballs. Fun trick to have. Coat your fingers in high proof liquor, put a bunch in your mouth, light your fingers on a candle, and then
Because I blow fire, right?
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I did it was with 100 proof alcohol. And the problem I had with doing that was it made your mouth go numb.
Yeah, it does. You also inadvertently drink some of it, and then you're like drunker than you intend to be.
Yeah. Now, what I ended up starting to do was with, lamp oil?
Oh, wow.
Because it tastes like olive oil in your mouth, but it also doesn't light until it's a mist.
Yeah.
Alcohol, it dribbles back on your face and still light on fire, you know? So you have to actually get the mist, because it's like, it works the same way when it's in a tiki torch where the fumes light on fire, not the actual liquid.
Yeah.
So it's, that was a...
You have to spray a fine mist, and it's like fast and... Yeah. Not, if you try to just spit it out, then the fire will run up the stream into your mouth and catch your whole face on fire. Good times.
Yeah, right.
Good times. Yeah.
So before this idea of porn, before bartending, what were you planning to do? How old are you, by the way?
42.
Okay, so what was the plan?
What was the plan?
Because getting into porn at 42 is not everyone's, thought.
Honestly, I would have done it at a younger age, if not for a variety of different reasons, mostly like personal life and whatnot. But
hey, bro, you made a good decision.
Thanks.
At a young age, it just fucked people up.
Yeah,
Let's go throw the bell peppers in.
Sure. Yeah, like we're both super grateful that we waited until we had like a better head on our shoulders and like more mature or whatever. But yeah, what was the plan? I've switched between a bunch of different careers. I was a professional comedian for a second. I've been a published writer, actor, but I decided I would rather pursue a life where other people pretended to be like me instead of me pretending to be like other people.
Yeah.
And definitely don't regret that. But so I kind of backed my way into bartending. I, oddly enough, have a master's degree and used to work for the State Department. And thought I wanted to be in international relations and politics and be serious. And then it turns out I'm not a serious person. So that didn't really work out. I just realized like I wasn't gonna save the world by myself or make any major change, and all I was doing was like, doing thankless, although very necessary work, and not making a ton of money. And I was like, this isn't how I want to spend my time on Earth. And so I ended up through a variety of different circumstances, including like the 2008 crash, wound up into bartending, just sort of like backed my way into it and fell in love with it because it's like creative, it's social, I get to use my personality, and scratch that creative itch and make something with my hands and make people happy with it and get money. There's a lot of immediate gratification to it too. You're still making things with your hands now, right? Yeah, exactly. I get to work with my hands, work with people. It's very personable and like that's what you should put on the business card. I work with my hands. You know, a lot of feeling. I do a lot of personal work. Yeah, absolutely. That was my Instagram post this morning. Like I love working with my hands, but it's true. Yeah. It's true. You get to actually like make something, people enjoy it, and they give you money, and then next, and you do it again and again and again. And it's a creative pursuit too. But then it started to, I don't know, beat my body up and like, I don't want to say lost my love for it, but that was an amazing time in my life, and then it was time to move on. Yeah. And I started working for liquor companies and that side of things, and that was fun, and throwing events and parties and whatever else. And then I just got sick of that when the pandemic hit. It was like, okay, I don't have to go out anymore. I don't want to go out. Like, I was just done with it. And, also, being around that many people day in, day out, it does wear and tear on you. Yeah, and having to go out when you don't want to go out, like it was work. And so people are like, oh, that must be so much fun. Like when I want to, yes, but otherwise, it's like I'm tired. I don't want to be here. It's pros and cons, but like in the end, it was like this is what I'm passionate about. Like, I've always been super into sex and comfortable with my kinks, and wanted to help other people get to where I'm at. And like that all started out for me as like in my 20s, I became like a self-taught pickup artist and was just always into women, like I said. And just sort of grew from there. And I was like, if I could actually like help other people have better sex lives, that would be a way for me to like do what I love while also helping other people.
Yeah.
You know,
a nice big scoop.
Big scoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. I'm brave.
Yeah. There we go. Get some of the oil in there if you can. Like, if you put the spoon in front of it.
Yeah.
And just like, like
seep.
well, I was gonna say it like this, or.
How you doing? Oh, you're gonna pour it.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Dude, you and your skills. Impressive. Nice.
And then there's some pepper flakes in there. And also some salt and pepper. Oh, this is actually starting to smell good. That's good. Yeah. That's probably good with that, because we might throw some more in later just to make sure it tastes good. Dope. Now let's stir that bitch up. What I really like about the show, I do and don't like about the show, is the fact that most of these dishes I've never made before.
Yeah.
I just know the basic principles of how to do this. So it's really fun, like, you can smell it coming together, you know, it's all working, and everything's but symbiotic relationship with the food, you know? Or as many people say, you're getting the flavors to marry together.
Yeah.
You know? It's great.
Honestly, that's one of my favorite things about like cooking or making cocktails, like experimenting with different flavor combinations. And like, I mean, you look at the color with this like coming together. At first it was like, okay, this is a show that we're doing and this is fun and it'll be cool to have a conversation and like make this thing. And then as soon as we started mixing the chilies in there and it got that color, I was like, okay, I'm actually like really excited to eat this.
Yeah. It's the thing that I had about the show was I'm trying to get people at a place where it's not putting up a wall, you know?
Yeah.
You don't seem like that kind of person, but
No,
also
I'm an open book.
But here's the thing. You were also a bartender for a long time, so you can put up that wall and just like, you know, you can talk through anyone, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So it's giving something a task to do that also helps them be at ease and be able to go through it and feel like you're at home with your grandma cooking something. But we're talking about porn with grandma.
Yeah, you know, curious how my grandma would feel about this career, but yeah.
I'm sure she's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, like, well, my entire family doesn't know entirely what I'm up to, but they know a lot of what we're doing as like sex coaches and that whole side of the business and our OnlyFans and whatever else. And they've been incredibly supportive. And like between family and friends, I was actually a little shocked because like I did actually get into this. It was like a breaking point where I was like, I want to talk about this. I want to do this. This is my passion. Like I was ready to lose people over this.
Yeah.
I just hit a breaking point. I was like, this is how I want to spend my time on earth. I don't owe anything to anybody.
Yep.
I'm just going to fucking do it. And like, I feel very lucky that like I didn't lose anybody. No one cut me off really. Like we've been incredibly lucky as far as like people's responses to all of this. So we'll see what happens now that we're doing mainstream, but you know, I can't imagine after everything else that I've done and that everyone else knows that I'm up to, that it would be a problem. So
It can be.
yeah.
I found out that me being a fuck up of a child is one thing.
Same.
Me being in porn, the thing that, because as a male, they kind of like, oh, well, you're sex trafficking.
Yeah.
So people look at you differently, you know. It's like, I mean, it's gotten better in the side of most mainstream because like in the last couple of years, because of OnlyFans and this and Pornhub, it's kind of like a cooler thing. Mm-hmm. But I mean, for a long time, this was still a fringe part of society that people looked very down on.
Yeah,
you know?
you're seen as dirty or whatever.
And so, I mean, it's still a lot. I mean, you go to any Midwest town, they probably still don't look well upon you.
No.
Or any big Christian areas or religious areas in life, they're still not going to look great on you. So,
yeah.
Oh my God, it smells good.
But you know, even if that happens, like not enough to deter us.
No. One second, let me look at my notes on this.
See a little bit of onion skin in here. I'm gonna take this out. Bop.
Do you mind throwing a little tomato paste in this?
Sure.
Just a nice dollop, if you will.
A dollop.
Yeah. That's dollop. Dollop.
Dollop and a half.
I'm really excited about one day making this cookbook and people trying to figure out how the fuck to cook it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to measure really.
You eyeball everything.
I eyeball everything. And this is why I never was really like a baker.
I was gonna say that. So like people compare making cocktails to cooking, and it's actually baking.
Yeah.
And baking is much more of a science where they're weighing things to the gram and everything. But like, yeah, with cooking savory shit, like you really can just sort of like eyeball it and throw it together. And either like baking or making cocktails, like it has to be in balance. Yeah. Otherwise, like you'll throw the entire thing off, and then like you can't really save it. Versus like with this, you know. You can just a little. What is a dash? So, what is a pinch? What is it? What is
I have a question because
dollop?
I've argued this with people. I think cooking's more of an art form. Baking's more of a science. Yep. Now, I wonder if you could think the same way about when it comes to making drinks.
Yeah, it's more of a science. It is. It's like everything has to be in balance, and there are really only like 3 cocktail templates that everything else is built off of. And like you can make variations on that, but like only to a certain degree where you'll throw the entire thing off and it'll be too sweet, or it'll be too bitter, or it'll be too sour and whatever. Or it'll be too strong and, you know, alcoholic. But
so real quick, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift up the pan real fast.
Got it.
We're gonna turn this down to low, and we're gonna throw.
What we got here?
It's heavy cream.
How much?
We'll see. I think we pretty much put that whole thing in there.
Hell yeah. I was actually hoping you would say that.
Yeah, because actually we need more.
Oh,
just a little bit more. Just go ahead and throw that away.
Bye, bitch.
Fuck yeah. Just go a little bit more.
Just whisk it in.
Yeah, whisk it.
Whisk it. I'll fold it.
Hey, like you said, you like to do things with your hands. That looks like enough. And this, what we're gonna do is pretty much just let that sit. Once it starts simmering and gets up to kind of like a boil, not boil, but like a bubble, then we're gonna pull that off, stick in the blender, and then we can start working on the noodles. This dish is actually way easier to make. I'm really excited, because if this has as many flavors as I'm hoping it does, I'm really excited about this. This is like the, do you ever see the movie Chef?
Yeah.
You remember that dish he made for, with the chick from, oh God, what's her name? Redhead chick who was on fucking Marvel movies. She was Black Widow.
Oh, ScarJo.
Scarlett Johansson. Yeah. He made a dish for her, which is basically noodles, garlic, red onion flakes, parsley, butter, and maybe some olive oil. And it was, I've made this dish before. I think I made it for Ken and James. And it was so fucking good, man. But it was such a simple one. And some of the times the simpler dishes, as long as you use those good ingredients and know how to cook it right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, letting the ingredients speak for themselves and not like overdoing it or trying to overpower whatever. Like good fresh ingredients, you want to treat them very gently,
with respect. It's so true. So, what is, like, you got in at 42. Do you feel any competition from the younger guys? Like, because again, it's like, I think people understand is like when it comes to male performers, you have the young ones and the older ones, and it's not like we're gonna cross over.
It's funny, but like it's much more about like DILFs and like younger dudes than I realized. Same way that you know, MILF or like teen, whatever for girls.
Oh, you can just let it sit for a little bit.
Sure. No, I don't, because like I feel my niche, and so it's like. The same way that I feel about like myself personally and like either my looks or my performance or whatever, like I'm who I am, and like I'll make myself not irreplaceable, but like I'll carve out my niche for myself. And so like, especially the way that it's like divided up in the industry, like you know, I mean, if anything, like they should feel intimidated by older guys, just because like women tend to prefer older guys. Although it's also not necessarily how the industry works, because like, you know, with OnlyFans you can pick who you work with. Like otherwise, it's kind of like random based on whatever the director and production company are looking for. But yeah, like I don't see it as a competition. You know, same thing as like the dating world. Like, you know, I'm not competing with anybody. I'm me. People are either gonna like me or not, and like I feel very confident that they will.
Nice.
So,
like that. Yeah, because that's it's an interesting thing, because that's like I've been doing this for 7 years now, and I'm getting to meet some of the new guys that would probably act the same way I did when I was at their age. I got when I was 26.
Yeah.
And God, they piss me the fuck off so much. But just because it's like I like this job for me at first was we're gonna go to all the parties, we're gonna get fucked up, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna have, and now it's just like, I don't need a fucker, man. If you guys want me to come or not come, I'm good. It's like I'd like much rather go home and like actually have sex with someone than like do the sex on camera and like be like the horny little guy. You know? Now there's definitely days, you know this as best as anyone else, but when you get that like you're like you smell blood in the fucking water, you're coming after hard. You get that urge, but like it's not every day. You know? It's like the older you get, it's like that's like I'm down to fuck you and I'll fuck you good, but it's like I like if you're not giving me that same passion, I'm not going to come at it that hard. So it's not the same as it used to be, but I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah, same. Like younger guys, you don't realize it when you're in it, but you're like over eager.
Yes.
And it's like I still have like a similar sex drive to what I have. I'm way better at it just through more experience, but also like calming down and taking a breather and not like pouncing on everything or whatever. Like, you take a more measured approach to like exactly, to like you picking women up or like the sex itself, or like when you're doing it for work as well. It's like, you know, okay, I know exactly what I need to do for me, to do for her, to do for the camera, like
or asking, what do you like?
Yeah, I know. Younger guys, please start asking that question. Like every woman in your life would thank you from this point on. Like,
but also irritating answer. Oh, whatever you like.
Yeah, fair. You know, that's one of the things we talk about with like our whole like sex coaching business. Communication is the biggest thing, and like everyone's afraid to bring something up to their partner because they don't want to face rejection. And the real thing is like, there is a really good chance you have to go way far down the kink list to get to something that is even only like 60% of everyone likes it. I mean, way down. So like, you know, I'm afraid to ask my girl for this because like I'm afraid she wouldn't like it. Dude, I don't care what it is you're talking about, chances are that she's into it.
Yeah, she'd probably masturbate to it.
Yeah,
I think, you know Tom Segura, the comedian?
Yeah.
He had a little bit about, he's like, once you get married, all things out the window. You know, you can just be like, you know, it's like, oh, I just want to kiss and whatever, that's cool. And then he's like, no, I want you to bend me over, wear a clown suit, and then fuck me with a strap on. And it's like, it's like, it gets weirder at a certain point, but at the same time, it's okay to tell that to the person. If they don't like it, get the fuck out of the house. Yeah,
I mean, like you're missing intimacy and like communication is the key, right? And if you don't feel comfortable bringing up things like that to your partner, like you're missing out, and your relationship is missing something. And like, like being able to communicate those things to your partner about like what are your likes and dislikes, what are your wants and needs and whatever else, like that honestly is really the key. Like what things get you off, what fantasies do you have, and like you were saying, in a long-term relationship, like novelty is actually the key to like a good sex life. So trying new things together, and like, you know, that starts with just having like an honest conversation with them about like, oh hey, would you be into this? And yeah, like way too many people out there are not doing that and are having, you know, lackluster sex. I don't want to say disappointing, but like,
also
you know,
disappointing.
Yeah, or just at the very least monotonous. You know what I mean? And they're over it, and you know they need a way to. I mean, they always talk about this. Like, oh, we need to spice things up. Like, there's so many ways to do that, but it starts with like talking about what you're into and what you would like to try.
Okay, you need to say something. It's like,
someone needs to like cross that bridge and take the plunge and be like, I don't know, mixed metaphors, but
try?
Sure.
Oh, like it's going to taste a lot better when it's blended up, but you can, here.
Oh God, that's so good.
Yeah, that's going to be good, right?
Nice heat on there too.
Yeah, that's a lot more spice than I was actually prepared for.
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care.
One time when I was still
I think we need to let it thicken up a little bit more though.
I had some of my Mexican coworkers trying to play a prank on me, and they had this habanero hot sauce, and they were like, oh, this is really good, try it. And they didn't show me what it was, and they just put some on my finger. I was like, damn, yeah, that's really hot. It's good, but like, yeah, that's hot. And they were expecting me to be like sweating, crying, screaming, and they were like, oh. I was like, oh, was this a prank? Were you trying to like prank me with, the gringo can't take the hot sauce? And they were like, yeah. I was like, oh no, I actually I like heat. So sorry to ruin it for you.
Can we all laugh for a quick second about everyone who's ever worked in a kitchen has the same fucking story about Latino people giving them something spicy, and it's like
always.
Or you get fucked up. But
the opposite. We were talking about pastry chefs before. One of the pastry chefs at the restaurant had an ongoing prank with the same person, and he kept being like, "Oh, I just came up with this new ice cream flavor. Here, try it. It's banana, or try it. It's lemon, or whatever it was." And it was always butter. They're just getting him to eat spoonfuls of butter. She's like, "God damn it, again!" Like, kept doing it over and over again. But if you keep falling for it, you can't blame him.
This is delicious.
Best joke I ever heard at a restaurant, and this is my favorite. Which, like, anyone. If you speak Spanish, it's funny. If you don't speak Spanish, it's funny. It doesn't matter. But one guy, I was saying thank you to something, and I just chose to say gracias, and he goes, de nalgas. And I just looked at him weird. He goes, if you ever want to make a Spanish speaker laugh, de nalgas means butt cheeks, but it sounds like de nada, like you're saying you're welcome. So it doesn't matter. If you speak Spanish, you know you're in on it, and it's hilarious. But they don't know, like, does he know he's saying butt cheeks, or like does he think he's saying you're welcome? Oh. And so they'll just look at you sideways like, do you know what you just said, or did someone tell you that's how you say you're welcome, and you've been making an ass of yourself this whole time?
Well, see, it's like I've lived in Southern California my whole life, so it's like all I know is Latino people. That's what I dated for so long, and so most of the phrases I know are ones that you're not supposed to say to people. And so, well, what was the first one I learned? It was chiquito mi pito.
What does it mean?
I have a tiny penis. So it's like, as I just go up to like the old ladies, I'm like, chiquito mi pito, come on. And I say it like that, and they're like, no, mijo, no.
They're like, don't say that. Someone tricked you.
Or my favorite Spanish word is chingadera.
Chingadera?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
And I might be saying that a little bit wrong, but it's just, and I remember for a long time they wouldn't tell me, but basically means it's that fucking thing over there. It's like they don't know. It's like
that fucking thing.
Yeah, like what's the word? It's like it's the chingadera, you know? And that was my favorite word for the longest time because it just means that fucking thing.
It's so universal.
Yeah.
I think you can use it for everything.
There we go. Oh god, that smells so good. Yeah, I'm really excited about this dish. I am a little upset that we have 2 back-to-back Italian food dishes because I'm just gonna go fucking sleep after this.
Carbo loading. You're running a marathon tomorrow, right? Are you fucking a marathon tomorrow?
No, tomorrow I'm doing another cooking show.
Just run and train.
Actually, wait, no. Lulu doesn't do content, so no, it's just gonna be her. I got Lulu Chu coming in tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
I got Lulu Chu, and then I got Haley Spades on after you.
So, cool.
Yeah, nice day.
Yeah.
Now, 2 people just said no to working time. Anyway.
Put them on your shit list.
Yeah, fuck it. No, dude, if I put everyone on a shit list who kind of like did me dirty a little bit, it's like, yeah, I'd be working with nobody.
See how quickly I get added to that.
Well, you came over, so.
True, I'm here to the rescue.
Hey, bro, no, but you're still that eager. You're the eager young guy in the business. You still got that want, and 2 years down the line, you're like,
man, Nathan wants to work with me. Oh boy. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you gotta do to work here, right?
I'm prepared.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll do whatever. I just love my job. I love California. It's so expensive.
I gave myself a pep talk in the mirror before I came here. Like,
Mascara
whatever
running.
Nathan wants.
I'll just do it.
It's for the money. It's for the fame.
Yeah. I'm doing it for the gram. Fuck it.
For the gram. Are you an Instagram boyfriend? Does she put you to work?
Who?
Your girlfriend.
Oh, on Instagram?
Yeah.
Like how so? What does that mean?
Like, are you always taking pictures of her and whatever else?
Oh, fuck no. No. She does all that shit by herself.
Good.
I do have an assistant, though. She just goes to my iCloud and just posts shit all the time because
nice.
It was getting to a point where I was like, I'm losing money because I'm not posting and I'm not doing this and I don't fucking want to. So I'd much rather pay someone to do the job than me actually do it.
Yep.
Because I'm trying to free up as much time because I have such little time.
Yeah. If you're making content, you can't be like posting content, hashtagging, and interacting with people.
It's like, I don't want to learn all that. You know?
Yeah.
This is why I paid people to like come here, help me with the camera, to work the Twitch and stuff like that. Because then I don't need to know all these things, but at the same time, I need to have a basic understanding. And it eludes me right now. Fuck you, goddamn computer. Technology makes me angry sometimes.
Dude, technology makes everyone angry. Like, it's like such a convenience, but when it fails on you, it fucks you up so badly.
And it's like I'm sure there's a tech guy out there who's like, bro, just push left button, right trigger, right.
Yeah.
Like I just don't know what it is. So.
If I knew that. Yeah.
Let's see. Is it film thick?
So thick.
So thick? Fuck yeah.
Slim thick.
Slim thick. Fuck yeah. All right. So what we're gonna do is the very arduous process of dumping this in here.
Do you want me to spatula it?
Well, I don't know. How do you feel comfortable about putting it in there? Do you think it's going to go
pouring? No, I think we can get it.
You got it?
Yep. I'm going to move it away from the burner, though.
There.
Because I don't want to splash that and then have to clean it.
No, don't worry. You want to get that shot? Oh.
No.
So, may I throw a suggestion your way?
Yeah.
So, flip the pan back to where it was. Mm-hmm. So, what you want to do is use this, hold, here. So, let me get this thing. Oh, I didn't know seal that on the side. So, use the spatula and kind of scoop all this to the, these ones hanging off. Yeah. Now scoop it in there. Actually, wait, let's do something real fast. Scoop that in there.
Yep.
All right. Switch sides. So we're gonna do this so you can see it, but yeah, you kind of gotta bring it in like that. There you go. You must be patient with this. Oh God, that sounds so good.
Sounds like squirting.
Yeah.
Or just a really juicy pussy.
Isn't that funny that like a sexy day with a real juicy pussy just sounds like it's kind of someone having diarrhea.
No, yeah,
at the same time.
It's sloppy. Like, that's good.
I'm into it, but
yeah, the wetter the better.
Let me clean that up. All right.
Yeah.
So I seasoned the water over here. Let's turn that fucker on so we can get the what is this called? Large elbow oh, it's just macaroni? Oh, you get the regular. Oh, it's just macaroni. Fuck. So, Dante, you got the wrong kind, but it will work, I guess.
What was it supposed to be?
I can't remember the actual word. Because
we both speak fluent Italian. Clearly.
Yeah, I'm so good with Italian and understanding Italian words, but I'm not good at Italian words. Yeah, let's clean that up.
I went to Italy with a friend, and we kind of both assumed that the other knew some Italian, and it wasn't until we like got out of the airport and into a cab that both of us looked at each other and we were like, "Oh, you don't speak it either? Oh fuck,
shit, fuck!"
Yeah, had to kind of like figure it out. Nice blender.
Oh, dude. So one thing I have to be very happy about in this industry is every once in a while, it doesn't happen often, 7 years have not got that many things, but a fan will buy me something I want, and I just have a bunch of literally cooking stuff on my wish list, and gun stuff, and like stuff like that. So someone bought me this, and this knife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very nice, right?
Great. Dude, the curve on that is spectacular.
That's what she said. Oh!
Yeah, I get that a lot. Damn, dude. The pattern on that. Beautiful knife.
Yeah, right. And so, like, every once in a while, someone will get you something and we're like, God damn, thank you so much, fans.
This is one of them?
Yeah, this blender, because one of the problems I've always had is finding a blender that doesn't deal with heat. A lot of them don't. I think I might need a little salt.
I don't think I've ever tried blending hot things.
Yeah, it needs more salt. Taste that. Stick your finger in it. We're eating it.
Yeah. It's interesting how much different it tastes once you blend all the vegetables into it.
Yeah, you're getting
it's like the sauce itself had all that flavor, but like then you water it down a little bit with the vegetables.
Yeah, it's amazing how much some of these things have how much water they actually have in them.
Yeah, bell peppers especially.
Yeah, one of the techniques they were talking about how to cook it was actually burn the skin off the outside, and I was gonna do that. I didn't fucking want to because it's like basically what you have to do is either take one of the torches and burn it all, stick it on there, stick it in the broiler, and then you stick it in a bowl, put plastic wrap over it, let it get like wrinkly skin.
I don't have the patience for that. If you're talking about like just torching it with the brulee torch or whatever, like cool, and like get that nice blistered charred, but like if any recipe says like let it rest, I'm just like no thank you.
Taste that. No, get your finger there. Get your finger there.
Deep inside there. Oh yeah, that's the G spot.
Think that's good?
Yeah. Damn, you didn't even add that much either.
It's
changed it a lot.
And that's the thing. It's just like a little setup. It's just like it's here. The salt is a flavor enhancer, so I just need to put a little bit more. I just need it to come through. And there are also bigger chunks of salt. So, God, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm liking this.
Enjoy the shit out of that.
And let that water boil. You know you need to season your water.
Little salt.
Little salt. Actually, it's usually a good chunk of a good amount of salt. You gotta put enough in there because you're trying to change to salt water. Because salt water heats up faster than regular water. So that's what you're trying to do with this. So it heats up faster and also seasons the water to give a little more flavor to the noodles. The noodles will take. This should probably take 7. It's probably done at 9 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. So you want to cook it, stop cooking it at 7 minutes because then we throw it in the pan with a little bit of the sauce. And this is where it gets fancy. Is because what we're gonna do is put get another pan, stick it right here, and then put a little sauce in there. Saute the sauce for a little bit, then throw some noodles in there with that, with a little bit of the water we're cooking it in, and really get the flavor to mix into it.
That's like the one thing that most like non-Italians don't know about pasta, and they'll just like have dry noodles with like sauce poured over the top of it, and like Italians are horrified by this. Like you got to cook your pasta in the sauce to finish it, and it gets the sauce to bind to the pasta, and then the actual noodles are flavorful.
Fucking stupid. Yeah, it's like letting a steak rest after you cook it, you know?
Yeah.
Or putting the seasoning on it, let it sit for a little bit so the moisture can go up and go back into it and come back out, you know? So it's these little tricks that people don't know, and it could change your fucking life. It could make the food better.
Yeah.
But you don't do it because you ain't willing to learn. Stupid. Ask the girl what she wants.
Meanwhile, you're saying that to the person who just said he doesn't have the patience for like letting anything rest.
Hey, no, we're better than them. It's fine. I'm lying, guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming on. Also, remind me after this, I need to thank Judy on camera because we need to put that in there because Judy is our #1 sponsor. Thank you so much, Judy.
Thanks, Judy.
Yeah. Judy,
I don't know who you are, Judy. But.
Judy's someone who actually has been since November, I think. November. She's been sending us money to help us buy food because otherwise, for the last couple of years, it's been me paying for everything. It's paying for all the cameras, paying for the lights, paying for the editing, everything. So the food, I'm paying for all this, and it's just out of my pocket.
Yeah.
But I like doing it. So
beautiful. Thanks, Judy. Yeah, thanks, amazing Judy. Benefactor.
We're also working on trying to get Manscaped on board. Manscaped, thank you so much. Hopefully you'll let us in. But also, could you make something that doesn't rip my fucking hair follicles out? That'd be great.
I honestly have never even tried their products. I would. I am a hairy gorilla, so you know, if you want to hack away at any of this jungle,
Manscaped could help you. Yeah. So now that you're in the job, what are you excited about? Like, is there like scenes that you have now? Because I mean, if you're a swinger, you've probably done gangbangs, you've probably done this, that, the reverse orgy, reverse gangbangs.
Yeah.
You've probably done all those things. But is there something for this job that you're actually kind of excited, like really want to get done? Superhero rape porn, murder porn. Ooh, sounding.
Sounding. There's, I mean, the thing that I'm most excited about is just working with like the professionals. Like I've seen on a couple people's social media, they're like, oh, sexual athlete. And I'm like, you know, at a certain point, it's like, you know, yeah, like, you know, having group sex and an open relationship. And like, I've fucked a lot of women. But.
What?
Yeah, no, really, I swear. But it's like, the people who are most passionate about it and are most skilled at it, and like that's really exciting to me, and to see how, because it is also such an individual thing too, that's like your own self-expression, or how does your body work, or whatever. So like just getting to see like everybody's different styles and like, you know, try all that out. I would say that like getting more into kink in a way that's not possible without a ton of funding and equipment. So like you can have all the ropes and cuffs and whatever implements that you have at home, but it's different like being in a professional dungeon and like having access to, you know, the Iron Cross or like different things like that.
100%. And that's one of the things that I've always wanted to get, but unfortunately because I started when I was young, so I was always the step bro.
Yeah.
And they're not going to hire me for that. But
No,
it's
because
like,
you're not the dom daddy, whatever stereotype.
But because I've always been strong, I've always been asked by girls. But the problem is, like, I understand how to dom, kinda. But when you're talking about like, to a real dominatrix, a real dom, it's like I'm not there because I don't have the time or the effort.
The patience. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like now, if the girl wants to be picked up, thrown around, choked the fuck out, now because I was jiu-jitsu, I've done martial arts, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
She wants to be spanked. I've been good at that. I've done a little bit of rope tying.
Yeah.
But like, actually,
really doing rope tying,
yeah,
it
like
takes so much
suspending
patience,
is
and
a
we have a friend that does it, and he's amazing at it, and it's so cool to see. But yeah, I don't have, again, this is a theme now, I don't have the patience for that, and like when I want to fuck, and like,
like, you know, I'm kind of animalistic about it, which at a certain point, like with anything in life, you have to play to your strengths. Like, obviously work on your weaknesses and all that, but like, you can't just fight your weaknesses all day.
No.
Like, you got to play to your strengths. And like, that is who I am, and that's how I operate best. And so like...
You have a phone on you?
Yeah.
Keep it 7 minutes on the clock?
Sure.
I totally agree with you on that. It's like, you can't fight that. One thing I did find about when I'm doing tying people up is it's kind of hot making them sit there while you're tying them up, but also same thing. Once I get to that point,
sorry, throwing it down.
Wait, I need to sure this. But once you get there, then you're still on the same lines of like, well, now I gotta fuck the shit out of you. So, you sure this? Thank you.
Either that, or then like take the time to untie them. You're like, oh, this is really hot, but like also you're not in a position right now for me to like fuck the shit out of you. So now I gotta wait even more and untie you and make sure you're good. And
you're just trying to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom, so you're pretty much good.
Stir it every couple minutes.
Yeah, just stir it every little bit.
Got it.
Should be good though. Yeah, that is a. It's a nifty thing, because I'm 100% in agreement with you with that. I wish I could do more BDSM stuff, because that's the stuff I want to learn. I want to be better at that, you know? Because it's like, how often do you get, hey, a guy's like, I'm a dom and I do this. I'm like, are you?
Yeah, no, like that's what I'm saying. And I don't try to claim, like, I am naturally dominant.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to use my physicality. I know how to manhandle women in a way that they like. I know how to like,
not,
you know, command you with my voice. Yeah, exactly. Like playful slaps that it's more about like the idea and about control, how to choke someone safely, like all that. But yeah, the actual like skills with equipment and whatever, the things that take time, like I'm interested to get into that, because personally, like, I don't have the patience for it.
Oh yeah.
Versus like professionally now, it's like, okay, well that's the scene, and it will almost like force me to learn those skills and I guess expand my repertoire.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And actually, what you're coming into now, you may get hit up for that. It just might take some time.
Yeah.
Because especially with the kink or the BDSM community, you have to. You need to just get through the rank, right? You need to prove that you can do the job, which is hard to do. Because it took me 5 years to get to a place where they're actually shooting me. And even then, it wasn't shooting me as much. It wasn't until after quarantine where they started shooting me like fucking every day.
Yeah.
But it took that long. It took people leaving and coming out, and then getting to where the kink community, the BDSM, because I started doing kink gangbangs a long time ago. Fucking hate them, dude. Fucking
really.
Dude, being there for like 8, 9, 10 hours trying to fuck a girl the whole time who's just tied up and uncomfortable, and it's just like no one wants to be there. It's like, be angry. Yeah, you fucking. Then also guys trying to push through to get in there. I'm like, guys, let's just fuck. Why? Let's get in, fucking go home. I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
So that one was brutal, but like, and that was a way to stepping stone to get into the kink community. So,
and it's another scene and whatever else, but yeah, like kink in general, aside from just like the patience and like there's also the care aspect.
Oh yeah, like, self-care.
Yeah, and making sure that the sub, whoever, you know, is on the other side of the scene is safe, is looked after, whatever. And like there's so much more that goes into it.
Let's do that real fast.
But yeah, like I've always found it conceptually hot, but then again, like the patience and the effort and all that, like so if anything, it's just like an excuse to get more into that shit, because like whatever, that's the scene. And like, you know, I mean, like we were saying about relationships where like, you know, novelty is the thing. Like you can almost get into a routine, even if your sex is great, like you almost have to start experimenting with kinks and things like that, just to like switch it up and try something new. And
who likes to do missionary the whole time?
Yeah, exactly. Even though it's like, okay, well, you know the moves and they're guaranteed to come if you do X, Y, and Z, which when I say know the moves, everybody's different. But like when you're with a long-term partner, you know what makes them come.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's so easy to fall into that routine versus like, hey, let's set aside the time to like get into some mind-blowing shit, you know?
It's like, I like the idea. It's like, and I've told my lady this many times, like, baby, I gotta do the same shit every day at work. I want to be weird with you. Let's get to that weird place. Let's talk about the fucked up shit. I want to say things to you that we both need to take a shower afterwards because we feel so disgusting, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh God, I shouldn't have came to that. That was wrong. You know, it's like, that's what I want. You know?
And the funny thing is, I read an interview once. I can't even remember who it was, but they were saying like because porn is so adventurous and whatever, that when they're with their partner, they just wanted to have like quiet, like nice sex, which I totally get. But we have not found that that's the case for us. We're like you, where it's like, okay, that was like acting and that was on set, or at the very least, even if you're not acting, like you do have to perform, and it's not for you. And so we've actually found that like we're fucking the shit out of each other afterwards, like, or on our days off or whatever else, and like it's made us more adventurous, at least than we have been in a little while.
Though I've explained this to a lot of people, but doing porn is like, I think it's a lot for swingers because we think that getting into porn we're gonna get a lot more, and then it's just like, no, I'm just fucking like a robot, and it makes me want to do more. But it's being on an island where you can smell the food but you can't eat it.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, because it's like, oh no, just I'm kind of in there. I'm just kind of opened up. Stay right there. Open up more. All right.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just, sometimes you get to feel it, sometimes you can't. You know, sometimes just working on getting that sensation so you can actually stay in the moment. But it's never like, I'm engulfed in this. I'm here.
You don't get to lose yourself in it.
Yeah, I don't get to lose myself, because as soon as I lose myself, then it's like, no, we're fucked. Now I'm close to coming. No, it's like I have to stay in that spot where you're in that if we're looking at like a car speedometer, you're trying not to go in the red. You know, you're trying to stay in that like 60 to 80 area.
Nice
but once you get
spot.
to 100, then you're fucked. You're coming all over the place. So you're trying to stay in that nice little sweet spot where it's like, this feels good or not too good.
Yeah,
but you don't
into it, but not too into it, and like,
and you don't want to fall too far out of it, because as soon as you do that, then I'm like, oh, I wonder what my dog's doing. I wonder if this happens. Like, oh shit, I lost my boner. Fuck.
Yeah. If that, or it might be boring on screen too. Of like, okay, they're clearly just going through the motions, and this is okay. We're doing this position, and not like two people who are into it, and loses the illusion for the audience.
So since you've been in, how many scenes have you done?
3.
3. So that wouldn't be an even good question, because it's like what, like at 3 it's hard to tell, but it's like, but you've done good in every one, huh?
Yeah.
Or you?
Yeah. I got good feedback.
Good for you, buddy.
Thanks.
Keep that strong. Best advice ever. Just keep your dick hard. But
I remember you were, when we first talked at X3, you were like, all right, can you get hard on command? Like, can you come on command? How's your pop shot? And I was just like, I was almost taken off guard, even though I'm so used to talking about these things. But it was like the way you were talking about it too. We were like, yeah, like I can hold my own. But it was also like, well, can I? Because like everything he's saying is so specific. But like, yeah, then it's like, okay, it's time to come now. And like for a second, I was like, I really hope I don't have trouble. And like, not at all. Well, and that was actually the thing that I was like a little worried about. Is like, can you come on command? Like, I'm sure at some point I might have trouble and it'll take me longer than I want. And you know, everyone on set is just waiting for it. But
so
you know,
here's the thing you're gonna have to worry about. It's can you come on command? Yeah. Can you do it every day? No. Because there's gonna be a day where it's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man. He's worked on many sets for a real long time. And it's like he's seen multiple guys have this problem. Because it's like you get your dick up, dope. But then it's getting to the point where it's your dick's up and you still have to, pop the right time. And this can be the harder place to be. Because when you come in with that mentality, it's like, yeah, I got this. But maybe that last position is like, man, I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't get there. And then you're worried about the pop. You're worried about getting it, like everything at the right spot, this. And then all of a sudden you're like, now you're focusing on everything else. You weren't focusing on the pleasure part. So it's being able to push all these other things away so you can just focus on that and kind of, now this is going to sound really bad considering the time where I always think of going retard strong, where your eyes kind of center in, you just go, like
hyper focus.
Yeah, hyper focus on that fucking one thing that makes you go there, and that's where you kind of need to be, you know?
Yeah, interesting.
And so it's like on days like where you're feeling where it's like taking a little longer, don't freak out, don't panic. Just know it's going to take a second longer, and they all waited for the girl all day. Now it's time to wait for you, and that's fine. I don't give a shit what their game they watch that day or what's going on in their life. It doesn't fucking matter. because that's gonna take away from you. Focus on you. Because I have to deal with that all the time where I'm just like, fuck, I gotta get everyone out here. It's all kind of me, you know? And it's like,
but then you're not focused on actually that, and it'll take longer, even though you're trying to like rush it.
So don't worry about anything else. Just focus on that. Focus on the good feelings, and also don't feel like you have to fuck the pop. I'm gonna fuck what they say. It's like if it's easier for me to jerk to get there anyway, than to fuck the pop in an uncomfortable position. So dump some of that in there.
Done. Just some, not all.
No, just dump some of it. Like that much is good. And let's stir that up.
I'm gonna steal another taste.
Yeah. Because it just does get to that place where it's not easy to do this, and don't make it harder on yourself by trying to do whatever position they say to pop. Remember, at the core root, it's like you're the one who has to do this. You know, if Mish ain't your position, no. You know, if dog ain't your position, no. Know that you can stop, or like what I do is I got really good at fake popping. Cut, I need lube, water, I need to get some of that in me.
Get yourself there.
Yeah, but at this point, even if I'm not 100%, I know I can get there in about 2 minutes. So you want to try to get to that spot, because the more confident you are, the more confident people are in you, the better you're going to be in the long run.
Nice. Yeah, honestly, like I've had similar experiences at like sex parties or whatever, when I'm like, either there's a ton of people watching or whatever, and you just sort of like get into your own head about it.
Oh yeah.
And like I remember one time I was with my girlfriend and another insanely beautiful friend of ours. She knows who she is.
Oh yeah.
At this play party venue, and they were both sucking my dick, and for like maybe 30 seconds I was like having trouble like getting going at first, and then I just said to myself like, it was almost like I was putting pressure on myself because you're in a room full of people and everyone's watching you or whatever, because like, not to brag, but I'm with the 2 hottest girls there.
Yeah.
And then honestly, I almost was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're just making it complicated for yourself. Like, just relax. And immediately, like, immediately it worked. And it was literally just me telling myself like, yo, chill out. What are you worried about?
Yeah, it's stopping like. So like yesterday, I had to work, and there was like 6, 7, I think there were 7 guys behind the camera, right? I'm just trying to focus on the girl. Sometimes that's tough, you know?
Yeah.
I know directors who literally talk shit to you as you're trying to do it, and so it makes it a lot harder. I'll tell you those people in a second. But like
names off camera.
But like these are things that make this shit harder to do, because again, you're trying to be passionate, you're trying to be in the moment, and it's hard to get over that. So it's like, even if you see all these shapes, almost think of it the same way a camera will look, where you in the background it's all fuzzy. You're just focused on this, you know? And that can really help those moments out, because if you start thinking about everything else, it's not going to go well. Let's put some more sauce in there.
I was going to say, so I have a question for you as far as the pasta water. How much do you want to include there to like help it bind?
But what I'm going to do is, once I get all these in there, I'm going to see how thick it gets, and then put just a little bit, because honestly we're dropping pasta water with each scoop. So let's try this up a little bit.
Because that's something that like I know about, but I have not even tried. Obviously cooking the pasta with the sauce, but like...
But do you know why?
Why with the pasta water? No.
So the pasta water is taking off the starches from this, or the flours or whatnot, and so it's going to actually make this thicker.
Oh, cool.
So that's what that's there for, and you're bringing some flavor in for that.
Which is funny, because that's like counterintuitive, because you're like watering it down at the same time.
But if you were to go get like cornstarch and whatnot, you would put in a little bit of water, and so dilute it a little bit, and then you stick it in there, and it's supposed to thicken that up.
Very cool.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm right. I'm right now. I was like,
double checking. So this is what happens when you doubt yourself. You just gotta, you know, stay in the moment. Focus.
So let's do a little bit of that. A little
splish.
A little splish splash. He's taking a bath. All right, so while that's going, and while you're stirring that up, I'm going to... What is I doing? Oh, parsley. That's right.
Do you want me to throw the rest of the sauce in?
Let's throw like another good couple scallops in there.
I'm going to measure out a spoonful. Done. Sloppy spoonful.
It's like, where do you feel good with parsley shit? Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
Does your girlfriend pronounce it herbs?
Herbs. She pronounces a lot of things fucking weird because she's British, but also because she's been in America for 15 years. So it's been this ongoing thing where every once in a while she'll start saying shit, and I'm like, the fuck was that? You Valley girl now? I thought you were from Wales.
Yeah, they get corrupted very easily.
Yeah. Boom. That's good.
I get a lot of shit for saying herbs.
Herbs?
Just like, oh, herbs. Herbs.
Hey, don't you say aubergine?
Yeah.
Don't you take words from the country that you guys have hated historically speaking because it's mostly French?
That's what I was gonna say. Like she says rocket instead of arugula, and I'm like, aren't you supposed to hate the French? Aren't you two like massive rivals? Like why are you choosing to use their word instead of your own? Like we got it from you.
Yeah.
Like that's not us making shit up. We speak English.
Because they'll every once in a while shoot that to me. It's like, you guys use our language. I'm like, yeah, kinda, but you guys also steal this shit from there.
You know what's interesting though? Our accent is closer to the original than theirs is.
Is what closer to what?
It's closer to the original. Like how Shakespeare spoke it. It sounded more like us or the Irish. It actually sounds a lot like pirate talk.
Oh, look at
But
that.
like, that was them deciding to be all snooty somewhere in like the 1800s, and they're like, oh, we're gonna stop pronouncing our R's. You know what I mean?
That I realize.
Just an excuse for them to be pretentious. And then they're like, oh, your accent is so silly. And it's like, no, you're the ones that actually switched it up.
Oh god. Dude, I went to the British World History Museum for the first time. I think second to last time I went to England, and it was a giant mind fuck because you understand what historically speaking, England ruled most of the world, right? But you don't really get a sense of how much they took from everyone.
Oh my god!
But having said that, if they didn't take it, would that have been destroyed? Because like if we look at like what happened in Afghanistan, they were destroying these massive like sculptures and whatnot.
The Taliban.
It's like, would it have been that or not? But like,
like what did they save and preserve versus what did they just straight steal? And it's an
again,
abomination.
I'm not saying that as an upside to what they did, but like
that's an interesting take, though. Yeah,
because it is real crazy going in there, and they have stuff from fucking everywhere. So this has actually got a truffle in it. So I'm.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Anything mushroom, I'm down for. Anything. Any kind of mushrooms.
That's your good face? You never make that face for me.
It's a bad face.
Alright. You mind get me 2 bowls? Thanks, buddy. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this. So gonna do me a solid. And sir, would you get on the shot? Would you put some dollops in there?
Sure. Of pasta?
Yeah.
Done.
There we go.
Again, making that sloppy wet pussy noise as I ladle it out. Macaroni in a pot.
That cheese, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try some. Because it's lighter than Parmesan, but it's like,
Oh god.
that's nice. That's
It's
good.
actually my favorite type of cheese. Like not fully hard like a Parmesan, but not like soft and runny, but that like
I'm sure that's what ladies say
semi-hard.
too. That's good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You're ruining the presentation.
I'm hungry, man.
Yeah. There it is.
Gorgeous.
I'll move this over there.
Sure.
Ooh, spiky. All right. There, sir. What's that?
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Excited for this. Nice little blowjob.
Oh. Oh. That's fucking nice. Well, that got more kick than I was
really good.
expecting. God damn.
Yeah. That's like perfect spice for me.
Oh, that's so good. I'm keeping that sauce. Fuck.
Yeah, there's plenty more.
Oh my god, this has got the feeling of like shitty macaroni and cheese in your mouth, but the flavor of something way better.
Honestly,
the
it's
texture
like,
of it.
like
This is the grown-up, adult, like international, sophisticated version. If you threw like some buffalo sauce in your macaroni.
Yeah. Oh fuck, that's really good. High five, man. Good job,
dude. Thank you. Yeah.
Why don't you tell everyone? I think we're looking at that camera. Tell everyone where they can find you, what's new coming up, all the things that's going on, whatever you want people to know. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, in case you missed that part, I'm Ken Fields. Look me up on Twitter, Instagram, the Ken Fields. You can find all my links there, my OnlyFans, see posts of all my scenes, all of that. See my beautiful partner, Barbie Fields.
Oh my God. Sorry, that was really good.
No, I appreciate that we made something good enough where you actually like felt like coming.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more cheese?
There's more cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. And guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like, subscribe, obviously. On Twitch, thank you so much for showing up. I'm not sure how many people are on there. Sorry, the fucking setup is fucked up. The computer's a piece of shit. Also, Twitch stream. Check it out. We're going to be on here in a little bit, about 4:30. We're going to be doing Haley Spade. So if you want to stay and watch that. What the fuck else? God damn it. Oh, Judy. Thank you so much. Judy is the main sponsor of this fucking show. She has been helping us out since the last couple months. Thank you so much, Judy. You are the shit. And I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye. I want to eat the rest of this food.
Yeah. This is fucking delicious.